Well, Ross Kemp joins me now. Ross, this is an extraordinary documentary. All of your documentaries are incredible, but this one is just amazing. It's like, I don't know, did you feel that when you were doing it, when you were filming it?
Yeah, absolutely. And we were only scheduled to stay there around 2.5 weeks. We ended up staying over 3 because we realised that the access that we were getting, and it's all about the access, was, well, exceptional. And for us to have been welcomed as well by not just by the Kurdish people that we met, but also by the Arabs that we met. That sort of made it for me. It was quite an emotional journey. People that we spent time with have subsequently lost their lives. What
is incredible is, yes, you get the access and you get to talk to people in a really... But it's the way that people open up to you. It's that thing, I don't know how you do it, but you get their trust.
I think it was my mum was a hairdresser, and I used to spend a lot of time sitting on old ladies' laps listening to their stories when I was younger in the back of the salon. But I honestly think that's something to do with it.
Yeah, because people just tell you things. You know, they really, really open up to you in a way that I've not really seen in any other documentary of this kind.
That's very kind of you. I think, you know, it's a mixture of things, isn't it? I wasn't a trained journalist to begin with, trained actor. I think that I have an element of naivety that people probably think, oh, well, I will tell him something, because I don't think he's got a hidden agenda. I also think it's just a great team. It's the same team now for nearly 12 years, and we've come to know each other's families. We're a very small team, so there was just a cameraman, a sound man, a director, and fixers on the ground, and a security advisor, of course. But, you know, big bodyguards, nothing like that, very low profile. And I think that also works in our favour, the fact that we're not a big crew. And we can take our time shooting what we feel is important.
And to get those bonds with people and to get them to trust you too. But it is dangerous. It's really dangerous. I mean, we see you getting fired at. And I mean, you must... I don't understand. Are you scared at any point, or are you so busy focusing on the job?
I think you're scared, but also it's not the first time I've been shot at. You know, it was a very fluid front line at the time. We didn't know where ISIS were at some points, and to get to where we wanted to get to meet up with Abu Layla, the guy that was subsequently killed, sadly, we had to move in between areas, and that's when we thought we'd actually driven into an ISIS village rather than into a YPG village or Kurdish village. So, you know, it makes the heart beat a little bit quicker, but when you get home, you promise you're going to be a better person, and then within 2 weeks, you're just like everybody else again.
I guess. Although you're a dad now, did that make a difference, do you think?
Yeah, I've been a dad for a bit of time. I've got a 5-year-old and I've got a year and 3-month-old. I think it does make a bit of difference. Yeah, I think you're probably a bit
people
more
always ask women that. They always ask women who put themselves in danger. They ask them about that. So it's just as a dad.
I think it's, you know, I think it's a little harder to leave the house.
Of course.
But you know, it's my job. It's what I do. I think my wife's very much aware of what I do and where I go. And
it's important to you. I mean, it really, obviously, you're very passionate about what you do.
It's the way you pay the mortgage and the bills, you know. But also, it's something that I am, I think without a doubt, very passionate about. It was great to go back to EastEnders, but if you look at my year this year, I started off doing a programme about child sex exploitation, one about alcohol, one about immigration. 2 weeks later, I was in Colombia, in the jungle, with drug traffickers. I came home. I then went to Mozambique and did a programme about elephant poaching. Then I did Iraq and Syria. Then I did 3 days in EastEnders. Then I did Mongolian Nazis in Mongolia. Good place to do them as well, Mongolia, because you can't find them anywhere else. And then I did a film about the proposed wall, Mr. Trump's wall across the southern United States. So we went both sides and saw how practical that would be.
Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. That would be incredible.
And another 3 weeks in EastEnders.
And 3 weeks in EastEnders. And only for Babs. It was only for, only for Barbara
It was good fun as well, actually. Very
totally
different.
Gosh.
I fell asleep in my dressing room because we were getting up, you know, very, very early, and I fell asleep at lunchtime in my dressing room and woke up and looked at the strip lighting above me and went, has the last 10 years all been a dream or a nightmare, depending on which way you look at it?
It's true, but you never stop. You just never stop. And there's so many stories
can't
still
afford to. Not the bills I have to pay.
But the thing is, there's so many stories still to be told. But do you think this was the most harrowing? And how...
I think, look, there's a moment when we go into the town of Sinjar, and you know, you come across, I'd say early in the morning, but you know, mass graves, the victims of some of the most horrific and most barbarous human behaviour I've ever heard of. and I think the world should know just exactly what it's like to live under ISIS.
No, I think you're absolutely right, and we need programmes like this. We need programmes like this. It's on tomorrow, isn't it?
It's on
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Thursday,
Sky
right,
1,
9 o'clock. Not to be missed. It is absolutely extraordinary. It really is. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. It's so lovely to see you.
If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.
Give up cigarettes as well after that.
Wow.
And June Brown said, oh dear, you're so tense since you gave up cigarettes. Have a fag and relax, you know.
She's a bad influence.
Yeah, terrible.
But you know what? That comes out as well, the bond between you two. I think that's why it worked so well.